remember around that 3-year-old Christmas getting that feeling of the responsibility of being the holiday magic maker. These memories, these traditions, these things that they hopefully bring up to their families and their kids and will carry with them forever is something that comes from mom. And it does feel like a lot of responsibility and a lot of pressure. Hello, and welcome back to another Everymom Group Chat. Today we are talking about one of our favorite subjects at the Everymom, at the Everygirl Media Group. We love to talk about the holidays, and it is such a mixed bag. It's so magical, it's so meaningful, and honestly, especially for moms, it can be incredibly overwhelming. I know we talk a lot about how moms are the magic maker, keeper of the memories, and the one who are creating all the magic in the background, the gifts, the plans, the traditions. It's a lot of responsibility and it's a lot of pressure. So today we wanted to have a very real chat, and I am joined by some of the moms on the Everymom team, and we're going to talk about how we're each approaching the season and how we're feeling off the bat. Holidays, what is your first thing that comes into your mind?
Well, we're decorating this weekend and it's like warm here. So we get out on a ladder and do the Christmas lights outside. My husband is like so funny. He's kind of like an old grumpy man, but he is Clark Griswold at the holidays. So he likes going all out. Like we have to watch Christmas Vacation. We have to watch Home Alone when we're doing the tree. Like we have all of these little cute tradition. So I'm excited. I feel like working at Everygirl Media Group, we think about the holidays early. So I'm feeling like ready to dive in now. Like before Halloween, it's tough, but we're here and I'm feeling excited.
I am also excited. I love that your husband's like Clark Griswold. I feel like I'm the Clark Griswold of our house. I'm always excited. Like I attack every project. I'm like high energy, all in at the beginning, and then as we get into this conversation it like eventually fizzles and I hit a breaking point. Like I'm like ready to go, let's do all the things and go above and beyond, and then as time passes it gets closer either to the end, like I'm done, I can't do anything else, can you wrap? It's like my mood is just not that I don't enjoy it, but like I basically burn myself out and then I do it to myself and I'm excited, but then there's a tipping point.
Yeah, I do think we do it to ourselves a lot. This year, for some reason, it's not that I'm not feeling excited. I feel like I haven't gotten there mentally yet. I feel like November has been so busy. October was so busy. I was having a conversation with a friend this morning and I said, I think at one point on October like 5th, I looked at my calendar and said, well, I don't have a free weekend until after Thanksgiving. And that made me sort of have that feeling of, okay, I cannot get to Christmas yet. I can't get to feeling that holiday merriment, putting up the tree, watching the Christmas movies. And I'm wondering if that's something that you all feel too. Like, I don't know, I feel like when my son was a little bit younger, definitely when he was a baby and a toddler, the holidays just felt longer and a little slower. And now it just feels like, okay, I can't get there yet. I just got to get through this. I just got to get through this. And then I'll start thinking about holidays. I don't know how you all feel about that.
That makes perfect sense that you would feel that way. I am also feeling not ready, but for a different reason. I always rush, but because of work, the work we're in, I would have to put my tree up at the beginning of November to photograph it for our gift guide content and everything. And I love Christmas and I loved it. And now for the first time ever, I'm like, what does it mean to just celebrate Thanksgiving month and like just have the pumpkins and the leaves and the like that kind of decor up and just be like almost slow down and not rush it. I see this on social media. What's the real? It's like everything I do before December 1st so I can actually enjoy the holiday season. And it's like I get the gifts, I wrap the gifts, I do the mail out Christmas cards, and I'm like, that is the holiday season. I'm like, I also get that it's a big long to-do list. Mostly that falls on mom's
Point.
You either like it or you don't. And like I said, to a certain point, it can be a lot. But to me, that is the season. Like that is the stuff to do in December. That feels fun. But
I always feel like I'm going very last minute. It's funny. So my husband is a very last minute kind of person. He does everything like at the last possible second. And I used to be the kind of person who would do things like weeks in advance and just like be ready and on a schedule. And now I found myself going more his route where like December 10th, I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably do Christmas
get gifts.
You feel pressure to cram in all the holiday stuff in those 4 weeks, and there's just never enough time to do all of the things. So
last year I just didn't send out Christmas cards, which was the first time since I've been married.
my
So
sister started
17
doing
years. And I love stationery. I love Christmas cards. I love it all. But it was like the days just kept getting closer to Christmas. And I was like, we're just not doing it. We're just
Okay,
not doing
well,
it.
was it not having a photo? Was it not
It
wanting
was
to
not having a photo. It was like just the cost. Like we were like
They're
in a
expensive.
budget era
super expensive.
last year at this time, and it
Little
was just
plain
like
plates.
it was just another thing to do that I was like, okay, we're just gonna do an Instagram post, and that is our holiday.
And I am all for people like and let it go, like let the thing go. Like, what is the like? You don't have to do all the things. And actually, that's a question I have for you all with what you were saying about the busyness and the wanting to get. And like we this was our first year. We didn't do apple picking or pumpkin patch because October was too busy. And what are the things like the must-haves that like whether it's an activity or a tradition like that has to happen that like you wouldn't let go of? I'm curious on your big list. What would that look like?
Unfortunately, the tradition that I'm not able to let go of at this point, because my son is 9, so I feel like this might be our last year with believing in a lot of things, but he is absolutely obsessed with his elf. And he starts counting down to his elf in like August. He's like, great, only 4 more months until Goldenheart comes. Every year, I'm like, I
Not
don't.
Santa, not Christmas.
Well, he's an
Oh
only
dear.
child, and so I feel like that it gives him some company.
Oh.
Last year hit the top of his Christmas list was for Santa to let the elves stay with us through New Year's. And when we were finalizing presents and everything, and I said that to my husband wanted to get like a bunch of stuff and spend money and like order things last minute. And I was like, the number one thing he wants is for the elf to stay. I guarantee you if we do that, and it's free, if we leave a note from Santa that's like, you've been such a good boy, I gave you extra time. And so we did that. And he was like, eyes filled with tears, like the most joyous thing in the world. He was so, so happy, and it was totally worth it. So I would love to skip out on doing the elf on the shelf, but unfortunately,
Okay, can you tell the listeners slash me also like most elaborate because you go all in.
I don't go as all in as some people, but I've pared down. I used to do like we've made him a house.
You made him a house.
Yeah,
I remember.
He does a lot of like, he hangs out in the toilet paper rolls in the bathroom. Like we've really simplified it. The first year, he was leaving him notes, handwritten notes every night, and there were like footprints and marshmallows and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm like, did you move the elf? Okay, great, put him here.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. No, last year it was he definitely noticed. He was like, he hasn't been leaving me different notes every day. I'm like,
my kids noticed that too when I tried to pare back, and they like the notes.
You start late though, Alaina, right? Like you don't do December 1st.
That was my greatest hack to
Yeah.
those with younger children who don't know dates and time. Like push it there's no reason to do every day of December. You could so we did 2 weeks for the last 2 years, I think. And school's the kicker. It's when the kids come in and say their elf showed up on December 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and Henry's like, why don't we have an elf yet? Is elf coming? And I had some excuse that I don't remember. They bought it, and we still did the 2 weeks last year, but I do think we're going to come earlier to December 1st just because of the school thing. But my number one advice for everyone is don't go too all in. And even if you do, mix it up, like mix in just the moving it and the hiding, because that is for your own sake. Because inevitably there's a night of, did you move it? I mean, we've woken up at 6 a.m. and be like, did the elf get moved? Fling it.
Very proud of my husband. One morning I woke up at 6 in a panic and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't move the elf. He's like, don't worry, I got it. It's like, whoa.
Yes, it is. It is like you need that. It's a team effort, and like it's a lot. It's a lot to take on. But I know people that don't do it, and like their kids like, why do we have one? And I don't remember what she tells them, but Kathy, you do it, right?
Yeah, so I've told, because my girls have asked that question too, and I told them that you have to be gifted an elf, because that was how we got ours. So if no one gifts it to you, then you don't have one, because my mother-in-law got it for us. So I don't know. They bought that so far. I mean, I have a 13-year-old now, so I'm sure we've never spoken about anything. So we're just leaving it there.
Let it.
And I've just turned 10-year-old, and so she has a lot of questions. So I think I don't know how this year is going to go. It'll be interesting, but.
Okay. So yeah, when no questions yet from any of the 9-10-year-olds.
Many questions.
Many questions, because there are friends at school who know and friends at school who don't know. And so there's a lot of kids at school being like, Santa's your mom, right? Yeah.
No, what did you say?
So he asked me, Mom, are you Santa? And I said, do I look like Santa? He says, no. I said, I don't know. It's not that I don't want to lie, because I don't feel like it's really a lie, but I don't want to like flat out be like, yes, absolutely, there is a Santa and he lives in the North Pole. So I just kind of like, I asked him, well, what do you believe? He said, I believe in Santa. I said, well, if you believe in the magic, I believe in the magic of the holidays. And I, believe that everybody should be kind and everybody should be nice. And I don't know, kind of try to turn it around and not specifically say, is Santa an actual person? Is it more like kind of make Santa less like, is it a real person, or is it just this like overarching holiday magic fuzzy feeling? And
Yeah.
do you believe in that holiday magic fuzzy?
Yeah.
And he says yes.
Yeah, I feel like I've had a similar approach in the conversations. I mean, my younger one's a little more like logical. So again, we'll see. But I do feel like that's why my older one, she hasn't even asked the question straight up. I think she likes the magic. She likes believing. I remember even like a Disney World trip when she was a little bit older. She said something like, I know those aren't the real princesses, but it's still like fun to pretend that they are. So I'm like, I think she just likes the fun and the magic of it. And
I mean, I do.
I do too.
I remember my sister saying this about her youngest, who's now, I think he's 14, and he's 13. He doesn't believe, but he like you want to stay a kid for as long as possible. And that feeling of like, and I remember that as a kid, like not one where he's a blob and it's like really special. It's your first Christmas, but it wasn't like that 2-year-old Christmas or 3-year-old Christmas when they're running around and opening presents and they see Santa and they get excited or not. And I remember around that 3-year-old Christmas getting that feeling of the responsibility of being the holiday magic maker. And it's something that had never occurred to me, like when thinking about having a child, that like these memories, these traditions, these things that they hopefully bring up to their families and their kids and will carry with them forever is something that comes from mom. And it does feel like a lot of responsibility and a lot of pressure. And I wonder, I don't know, I don't have the pressure of making things look a certain way or having a certain aesthetic or having like holiday decor all perfect. My pressure is more around the memories and like making sure we go ice skating. How is he going to remember sitting around together watching Home Alone and having hot chocolate and all? Like, it's more around the memories, less around the like making it look perfect. And I don't know, even with that, I just feel so much pressure because inevitably like you can't get to everything and something goes wrong, or there's something that, somebody has a tantrum somewhere. And I wonder how you all feel about that. Like, do you feel that pressure of being sort of, and you both have more than one child. I just have the one. So
yes, 100%. I love magic. And when I think magic, I think twinkle lights and heirloom ornaments that were my grandmother's, like, and heirloom's probably not the right word, but just like, or my mother's. And like, that was one I started very early, was their ornament collections that they would be able to have. I'm trying to even and now I have this pressure of like, am I doing enough traditions? I almost want to ask them like, what are your favorite holiday traditions, boys? And like, see if they even recognize what we do every year, because I do like the magic of it feeling and looking a certain way. And I don't even mean perfect, but I just want it to feel like Christmas with greenery and the ornaments and the little, oh my gosh, I just started, Dan's gonna kill me, well, he knew it would come one day, the light up houses, how people like make Santa's.
I wanted to do that.
He's like, oh good, another collection we have to store. But the boys and I went to Michael's to buy beads for friendship bracelets and left with Santa's Village Christmas houses, or whatever the brand, whatever it's called, and like we're all so excited about them. So I do like that magical stuff, like that only comes out the way that you see a storefront, right? Like it's the decor and the like, that's what I say when I'm magic. But again, I saw on Instagram and it's like, am I doing enough of the like, oh, every Christmas Eve we do this, every December we do, and I'm like, I don't even know, are we doing enough of that, other than like being here and playing the music and watching the movies? But like there isn't like a set routine we follow or a day we do it. It's kind of just the season. So I feel that pressure this year more than ever, like now that they're a little bit older, 6 and 7, and I'm like, I need to make sure I almost feel like I need to say it, like, this is our tradition, like ingrain it in there. Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like one thing I've maintained, and I'm kind of strict about it, is having only the four of us on Christmas morning, because like around that 2, 3-year-old year, like I wanted to like film her and be present walking down the stairs and like seeing the tree and all the presents for the first time. Like that matters so much to me to witness that I just want it to be us. And like I did feel sort of bad like when my parents used to live out of town, so they were like, well, can we come in and stay with you? And I'm like, just how about Christmas Day, like noon? Like, I just want that little more. And I have been to once. My brother was staying with us, but he was like single and slept in, so he, we're up at 6 a.m. opening the
Oh
Santa
yeah.
gifts, so it was fine. But like I am just a little protective because that's what my parents always did growing up. Like we always had, it was just the six of us in the morning, like my dad's camcorder, like opening presents under the tree. Like that's core Christmas memory for me. And so I'm trying to preserve that one piece. Everything else shifts a little bit. I mean, I feel like there are a lot of things we do. We do Christmas cookies at my mom's and like small things like that. But that Christmas morning is like my thing.
I love that. I totally get that. And there is nothing like that, like the capturing that. Oh God, my boys were up so early last year for the first time, like too early. Like, oh, okay, this day's starting. Mom, I guess you could come over at 9 because we've been up for 4 hours.
Yeah, like it's still dark, like very dark.
But also, like mine, to a certain point, they either 100% don't remember it, but not only that, they're too little for it. Like ice skating, like we tried going ice skating, I think for the first time last year, and it did not go well. Like no one could do it. We talked about going to cut down a tree. Like we would love to start that. We've done the fake tree route for 5, 6 years. I always had a real one, but then once I had babies, I was like, this is easier to just do this. But now that they're older, that seems more attainable. I'm going to take them for the first time to see A Christmas Carol this year, and they have like an hour-long showing. It's like kind of geared more toward families. It's not the downtown one, which also got insanely expensive. So like they were too young to do that. So I'm hoping now we're reaching that age where like other than Christmas cookies, we've obviously done that in the movies, but maybe some of those outings.
I'm feeling the pressure of like, okay, especially here, like you said, there's so many Christmas activities and so much to do that we end up doing nothing. I want to talk about gifts with you guys because obviously I think as moms, the gifting and planning for gifts and buying gifts and wrapping gifts and all that really falls on us. And I wonder for you all, how do you approach gifting? Do they make lists? Do you have a cap of spending? Do you have a cap of number of gifts for the kids specifically?
Well, I have older kids, so they do make their own lists. And this year, my 9-year-old made one in Google Docs that she shared with me. So I have it accessible at any time.
You are so going to have the presentations coming up.
Yes, I will. So I have an idea of what I'm going to get them, but they're older too. And like, so their gifts are more expensive now.
Right.
So that means less quantity. And I remember reading this article 100 years ago about this transition, and a mom shared that her like early teen only had like one big gift open, and she saw just like the sadness on her face that there was just that, even though it was like the only thing she wanted and she got it.
Oh yeah.
There's something about the multiple, even if they're small. So I'm like they want to come down and see multiple gifts for them. So even if one's like a book or one's whatever, like I'm trying to keep that in mind to still have some like little budgety fun things to open, even if like my 13-year-old wants like a home pod for her room and headphones. And I'm like, well, there's your budget. So
yeah.
It's hard for me because and we talked a lot about this last year because, he was really little and of course Christmas was all about him. But then as he's gotten older, especially because my son's an only child, there's definitely a like me, that when he comes down and he looks underneath the tree and it's like a bunch of presents and they're all for him, it makes me feel very icky. So we decided to have him buy each of us gifts and put them under the tree. And then my husband and I normally don't exchange Christmas gifts, but we did so that there are presents for other people under the tree besides just him. And that's where I felt with the like number of gifts, it just felt icky and just
too much.
It felt like too much, and especially because it was just all so focused on him. So I've definitely tried to sort of help him figure out how to be a gift giver.
That's a great idea. I think that's important. And like, I know a lot of people do that as a tradition with the siblings do it for each other, or you do it for the parents. Like I'll work with the boys to come up with a gift that will be from them to Dan. It's also a great learning about money because they'll be like, oh, that. And I'm like, well, the budget's $20 and that is $50, whatever. So we talk about that and or going to a store to do it, like, and have them pick it out.
When before my son was born, when the younger ones got a little older, we instituted a family-wide Secret Santa. So then they get to shop for other people too.
Yes.
Which I think is really meaningful. So we have, depending on who we have coming for Christmas, there's anywhere from 12 to 16 of us included in the Secret Santa. And so Lucas is involved in it. And so last year, he's buying gifts for his uncle or, he doesn't know who has him. And so then he gets gifts from someone who normally wouldn't give him a gift. And I just think we used to do this like big, giant gifts everywhere for everyone. And I think that really made it feel a little bit more thoughtful and helped the kids get into the gift giving mode. It's really cute.
I love that.
We do Secret Santa too. We have a big extended family, but for our it helps. And we always did that growing up because with like 20 cousins,
it's impossible.
It's impossible. So
Cousin Secret Santa was easily one of my favorite growing up. Like, who did I get? Who got me? I don't, that was easily a favorite. And we did it on both sides. And so we keep that going for the cousins on. Do we do it on both sides? We do it on both sides. And it's really fun.
It's a nice tradition. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is for the kids of like, because they're friends with their cousins and that gift exchange on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day is really cute for them to like give them to each other. So yeah, Kathy, so about something you said, I recognize that quantity is exciting just from a like, it makes it go longer from a, ooh, what's in that? Like, I don't know. And I don't mean like go spend a fortune. Like I will put a pair of socks in a gift bag and, like it's more, whereas Dan actually just got me my birthday gift and it had a couple things and he wrapped it all together. And I was like, dude, you gotta wrap all this separately. This is 3 different really nice things, like a sweater and joggers all wrapped into one thing. And I was like, whereas I'm like, oh, you're getting 3 shirts at Christmas? Well, they will all be wrapped individually. But yeah, so I definitely get that. Even, if it's like a sheet mask or something, just stocking stuff, just smaller stuff. There's nothing like finding your name on a gift under the tree that like, so for your point of your daughter and like, yeah, having, so just the one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get that feeling of like,
I agree with the, like, it makes it go longer. Like,
and it goes longer
on that tree and have your coffee and relax while all the opening is happening. It's so nice.
Okay, I love what you said, and I'm curious your guys' take on this because I feel like there's 2 very different schools of thought. The one gift at a time, everyone watch the person open it, and the go have at it, open everything. And I grew up with the one gift at a time, watch everyone open it. So I think that's why I've now embraced for my kids the like have at it, like wrapping paper everywhere. It's super. They don't even see what they're getting. Like they're just, oh, which one next? Like, but then it's over and they like it settles and the dust settles and then Dan and I share gifts and whatnot. What do you guys think is the better route to go?
I just have
one answer. I
just have one kid, so if he like went through it really quickly, it'll be over in 2 minutes. So we do try to do
ours doesn't go much longer.
Open one gift, look at it. Who is it from? Because his mom and aunt will send gifts sometimes to put under the tree too. Yeah, no, one at a time. I think just to
yeah,
same. We do one at a time. One Christmas, this was like 4 or 5 years ago, we had a new puppy and I felt so terrible. My husband took the puppy out and he was gone for kind of a while. And I didn't communicate to the kids, like one at a time, you have to wait. And it was almost all done by the time he came back in with the puppy. He like missed it all. And he was like, how could you let this happen? And I was like, it got away from me. Okay, so now, I mean, again, they're older, so it's easier. It's like everybody chooses one and they do it. But yeah, it was like, it will get away from you if you let it.
I think I want to go that route the older they get. Like, I think when they were like, kind of those magic years, like when they're like 3, 4, 5 is, and it was just, I think we'll get there the older they get. I feel bad for
him. And again, he loves Christmas. So I'm like,
oh my God, he's Clark Griswold. That's such a Griswold thing to do. Well, I know we have to start wrapping up. I'm going to try to focus on the positive. There's a lot of questions around like, what makes it so hard for moms? And honestly, there is this narrative around how, the mental load all falls on us, the mental, like the wrapping and buying gifts and making the plans and making the cookies.
Yeah.
To be honest, and I hate to say this, I don't know if it's allowed to say, I'm allowed to say this, but I wouldn't have it any other way because I really love it. Like, it's one thing that does not actually stress me out because I really enjoy it. I don't know how you all feel about that. If there's something about the holidays that is the hardest for you, or does it feel really stressful, or is it a good stress and it's part of it? I don't know. It's a hard, because it is a lot. It's a lot to juggle and it's a lot to plan, but I take a lot of responsibility and pride in the fact that we are creating those memories, and that I hope one day he'll remember, oh, mom always used to do this at Christmas.
Oh, I love that. I
Me
hope
too.
so. I totally agree. Like I said, I love it. It's fun. It's wonderful. I need and ask and demand help with gifts. And that's like, we wrap the gifts together usually sometime in the week leading up, or 2 weeks, whenever it is. Like, we wrap together because quantity. We definitely split up, like when it's gifts for Dan's side versus my side, like we try to split that up. Like, can you tackle your side? I'll tackle my side. So at a certain point, like it is just needing help. But I know, I mean, I like a lot of it, but when I need help, I'm like, I need help. I need help. Or the dinner, like we always do potluck. Like, everyone's helping chip in. Someone's bringing the side dish. Someone's bringing the potatoes. So that also all helps.
Yeah, I feel like I end up doing most of the gifts and the gift wrapping because I actually like it. And like, my husband is just not good at that. The wrapping portion.
Yeah.
I love wrapping gifts.
Wrapping presents. And I've gotten a lot. I used to like really try and make them look beautiful. I'm a little like more casual about it now, but I still love it. And my girls will help me do it too. I feel like where he helps is if we're hosting, like he's really good at like setting up the bar and like doing the main course and like keeping me on track, because it'll be like 20 minutes before people get here. He's like, so when are you going to make the appetizer? So he helps like with that. And sometimes I like get a little prickly, like, I've bought every single present. Like, all the presents from Santa are as big a surprise to you as the kids. Like, I also like it. So it's fine.
It's November 14th, and Dan literally said to me a day or two ago, he's like, hey, should we talk about Christmas gifts for the kids? And I was like,
Wow.
yeah, let's do this. After a few years of not having a joint conversation. So I totally hear you, Kathy. I know. And then it's like, we like it, but then we're like, do you see all we're doing?
Yes, I want the credit still. Like,
I get a lot of like on December 23rd, hey, so what are you thinking for Christmas gifts? Like,
We've had that.
yeah, I've thought about it. It's kind of done. Well, we hope this conversation reminded you that you're not alone in feeling all of the holiday feelings. I think you can see it's a lot of joy and excitement, but it's also a lot of chaos, and it's a lot of pressure, but ultimately a lot of joy. If you're looking for any more resources to help you through the holiday season, visit theeverymom.com. We have so much, from how to help in the mental load to Christmas treats and activities. We also encourage you to please stop in and shop our holiday gift guide. Our editors spent hours and days and months poring over the internet to make sure we have the most curated selection of gifts for you. And this year, by shopping our guides, you're also giving back. We're donating 10% of all revenue from our holiday gift guides to Feeding America to help families in need. So join us in giving back by shopping directly from our guides or donating to Feeding America. And thank you so much for listening. And we hope everybody has a very joyous holiday.